Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Racha, Chodash, Ma'amath. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and their elders. Double honors to my elder, Ahara Wan Ban Yasharala of the Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, salutations to the sincere occupant, pushing this truth and sincerity around the four corners of this earth. I'm Nakar Harab Ban Yasharala, coming out of the Lions Den Camp of Yasharala, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. Not today. I'm coming out with a lesson, and this is it's been inspired through the recent we'll say what the recent information has been coming out about the draft, and about how it's not only going to be conscripting men, but also women as well. But then there are a lot of especially a lot of Edomites, that are protesting. But in that, a lot of our Jake women, Israelite women, when they send their sons and their boyfriends and their husbands that's within that age range from 18 to 26 off to war, they're going to lament. Why? Because their sons and nephews and whatever, once they get sent off to war, they're never ever coming back. And they're going to be here in Babylon, America, unguarded, unprotected, falling victim to all manner of things that the Lord is going to allow to come to this place, such as pestilence, famines, disease, famines, being spoiled, being ravished, all these things, because they're not going to have protection. Why? Because the men that they may have had in their lives are going to become part of the soil over there in the east. But without further ado, let's get right into it. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, chapter 16, verse 33. It says, "The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers." So it's going to come a point to when this draft does happen, because the truth of the matter is, it's more than likely going to happen. No matter how much people protest, these scriptures are going to come to pass. So it says the virgin, so women that may not have had a man, may not have been touched by a man. It says they are going to mourn, having no bridegroom. Meaning there is not going to be any suitable males, outside of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. But this also will lead into 7 women taking hold to 1 man as well. But suitable males, the virgin shall mourn, having no bridegrooms, meaning men that they could settle down with. It says, and the women shall mourn, having no husband. So the women that did have husbands, that were married, that got conscripted or drafted into to fight in Esau's Third World War, they're gonna mourn. Because why? Because their husbands are going to die in the war. Their sons are going to die in the war. Their boyfriends are going to die in the war. Send them to the front lines as cannon fodder. Like Elder Apostle say, about 2/3 of our people, all these little gremlins that's running around in the hood, that's from 18 to 26, they think they gangsters and dope boys, they gonna get conscripted. And they mamas, they grandmamas and aunties and sisters gonna be lamenting and mourning and crying. Because guess what? It ain't gonna be no protection. And it says, and their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. Again, it ain't gonna be no men outside of the men of the Lord to offer them some kind of buffer of protection. That's why it says 7 women are going to take hold of 1 man. But let's continue. It says, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. So in the wars, their bridegrooms going to be destroyed. There's going to be all kind of jakes, all kind of different races and nationalities that have come over here, immigrants They're gonna die over there because they're gonna get they're gonna get conscripted into the war as well too. So it ain't gonna be no men here outside of the men of the Lord, because the men of the Lord, they're gonna be protected, and guess what? The women are gonna see that and flock to them because they're gonna want their reproach taken away. But that is what's coming to Babylon, America. This is Isaiah 32 verse 9. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech." So the Lord is talking to his people, the women of his people, because our people, our women here, they are at ease. They got all these amenities and all this stuff. I don't need a man. I'm strong and independent, but depending on the government, which is an oxymoron, but nonetheless, the Lord says, hear his voice. Ye careless daughters. Our people, our women, they're careless. They footloose and fancy free. They're gallivanting and gadding abroad, snuffing up the wind like a swift dromedary, ripping and running all over the place, doing what they want to do because they can do it. But the Lord says, hear his speech. Verse 10, "Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come." So many days and many years are these women going to be troubled because they are careless. They don't have a care in the world. They ain't worried about anything. It says the vintage shall fail. That government assistance, SNAP, food stamps, Section 8, cash assistance, child support, all that's going to go away. That's the vintage failing, and guess what? The gathering is not going to come. And ain't even to be no more of that stuff coming in. It's over. But the women here and our women here, that ain't registering. But it's going to register in the times to come. Verse 11, my last point. Well, not my last point. Verse 11, "Tremble ye women that are at ease." Yet again, the Lord is saying, pay attention, tremble, be aware. Look at what's going on. "Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip ye and make ye bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." So the Lord is saying, humble yourselves. Get ready because the times of trouble is coming. And it's going to affect you women folk a whole lot harder than it's going to affect the men. A lot of the men that's going to get drafted, yeah, they're going to die over there in the war. They're going to be part of the soil. Done mode. But for the women that's here that don't get conscripted to the army or whatever, that figure out a way to get out of it, y'all gonna be in terrible fear. Y'all gonna be in a bad situation. Because why? You're careless. The Lord says, make ye bare, strip, meaning be humble. Get ready because it's coming. Verse 12, my last point. "They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine." So when things really go to hell here, the main people that's going to be affected by it the worst is the women, because Esau lifts up the women because he's a B word. But we're going to leave that alone for that. But y'all women folk are going to be lamenting. Y'all going to be crying out. Y'all going to want the government assistance. Y'all going to want the cash assistance. Y'all going to want all this stuff. And guess what? Y'all going to want the pleasant, fruitful fields. But guess what? It ain't coming. It's over. This is the end right here. Y'all women that's walking around footloose and fancy free, y'all finna catch it. Shalom.